What's your name first, though?
My name is Kelly Kessler.
Okay.
I am an application engineer at HCA.
And what does an application engineer do?
My job, it turns out, is building applications that help a small data team accomplish what they're trying to accomplish in support of a bunch of service lines.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how did you get to a point where you were supporting, like building applications to support a small data science team in achieving their goals?
Yes, I had to take a very specific trip. I was a musician and an artist.
Okay.
My most recent job was a professor at MTSU, and I went to Nashville Software School for their web development boot camp and became a software engineer, and then was accepted into the technical residency program at
Okay.
HCA.
Okay, pause real quick because there was a lot of stuff there that I need to make sure that I get in order. So you started in music and art.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so do you draw, paint, or make music?
I work in ceramics, and I was also a touring musician.
Okay, well, so you just got a little bit of everything then,
Yeah,
huh?
that's
Okay, so you're an artist. What is that? That's just the easiest way to say it.
That's right.
So you're an artist, and then at some point you decided that something else had to happen.
Yes, I was living on an artist pay, and I was finally ready to let go of some of the hours I was putting into that to find something that paid the bills a little better.
Okay, and then how did you wind up being a software engineer then?
Well, I was always interested in coding. I did low-level web design without really understanding much of it for several years, and I just thought I would have an aptitude for it.
And did that turn out to be the case?
It did, and I was kind of on the fence, and I found out that the guy that founded Nashville Software School has a personal conviction that musicians are naturals at coding, and that tipped me over. It's like, okay, this sounds hard, but I'll try it.
That's really cool. So I know John. We
there you go.
we work on a couple of initiatives together at the NTC,
Oh, that's great.
and I'm always happy to meet new NSS folks.
Yes.
So you went to NSS. You learned how to do some specific types of programming.
Yes.
And then you got into the HCA. What was it called again?
It's the technical residency program.
And what is that?
It is, they want to have a pipeline of folks coming into tech that they can both expose to the company and train. There's a lot of professional development involved, and see if they're a good fit. And the idea is it's a 6-month program, and that they hire you full-time after that.
Has it been 6 months yet?
I was hired, there was a hiring freeze during my residency program.
Yay.
But as soon as that freeze let up, I was hired. So I've been full-time since January.
Well, congratulations. I've actually talked to a couple other recent NSS grads that have come through here who here job searching and whatnot, and so it's very good to hear that HCA has a program in place to pick up new talent.
It's a great program, and I honestly recommend both. I want to go back to NSS for a second, Nashville Software School. I love that they're nonprofit. They had financial support. I needed that. I have a loan at no interest. That's their standard operating. They're not there to make money on people. They're there to build the tech community in Nashville, and they do a slam dunk job. So
Absolutely.
I'm all for that. And I have found the tech residency program at ACA really supportive and helpful in a really nice way. I was so non-corporate. It was a really helpful way for me to get my footing.
Man, to go from non-corporate lifestyle to one of the biggest corporations in the country.
That's it. Bam.
Yeah. So tell me, what are you most excited about in coming to the Analytics Summit? Actually, first, is this your first Analytics Summit?
This is my second one, and I feel like a spy. You know, I am a software engineer, but I want to support my data team. So this is a way for me to peer into the consciousness of the data person and understand that a little better, and also understand applications for data, so I have a better idea of what might be useful coming down the pike, so I know what to aim for. And right now, because ChatGPT was released in the wild since the last summit. It's a great way to hear how it's being applied in the real world and not just the hype.
Oh, heck yeah. So you're out here just being a good coworker then.
I guess I am, but I also just like to learn. So I feel like ultimately it'll help me make better decisions about my professional development, knowing this lay of the land.
Heck yeah. This is I feel like that type of exploration is underappreciated these days, and I very much like that you're calling that out, because your team, like whether your team thanks you or not for being here, they will thank you in the efficiencies that you bring to your job that help them with their job.
I think that's true, and my team got me here. I've got a great team, but I would also, for me, I would personally say curiosity is one of the secrets to being happy in your work. So whatever shreds of curiosity people have, fan that flame.
Yeah, absolutely. When I meet people who are getting, apathetic or disillusioned with their job, I just I try to recommend to find something that interests you, just one little thing that interests you, and pursue it.
Yeah, that's it.
So if you had to make, or if you had to give a recommendation to anybody out there who's potentially looking into a data role, or maybe deciding whether they go to school or to boot camp or to some online thing, like what would it be?
We all know there's so many paths you can learn. There are absolutely people who teach themselves online for free. I'm in awe of those people. For me, I felt like I had 3 mountains to climb. I had to climb the boot camp mountain to become qualified. Then I had to climb the find a job mountain, and then I had to climb the acclimate and hit the marks I need to hit, And I don't mean hills, I mean mountains, so it is a climb up, and but I find this work very gratifying, very engaging, and the culture is different. My experience of the tech culture is different. I have been in situations where I was micromanaged. I did not love that. And this is not like that.
Not many people do.
No, and the compensation is great. So
it's not artist pay.
It's not art. Well, some artists make this pay.
Well, some artists.
But I'm not, Jay-Z. So
yeah, that's. I kind of could have guessed that. Yeah.
So.
Well, thanks so much, Kelly, for sharing your perspective. I'm sure somebody out there is going to find it extremely valuable, especially the way you're talking about the climbing the 3 mountains, because a lot of times, especially in workforce retraining, it's just, it looks like a mountain sitting there, but how do you get up a mountain?
Yeah, you just keep one foot after the other.
1 foot at a time. Thanks so much.
Thank you.